A Car's Life is a CGI animated movie from Sparkplug Entertainment. It follows a giddy little car called Sparky who is being influenced by another car, called Diesel, to commit rebellious things. Sparky is tired of being repressed under his strict father's parenting and the rules of the road, so when Diesel tells him about a vacant mountain area called the Badlands, he's eager to drive in freedom and test his skills of speed in this roadless land. Unfortunately, it turns out that he's been tricked so that he can be drained and recycled by Diesel. Now, many have accused this film of being a direct rip-off of the Pixar film Cars, but the only similarities between these two movies would be the choice of a desert setting and the concept of a world of cars. Other than that, both films have completely different stories. One is about a hotshot driver being stuck in a rural town, and another is about a little kid wanting to be treated like an adult. So I would say that Sparkplug Entertainment is trying to copy just a few elements of Pixar's Cars, rather than trying to directly rip off Pixar's Cars as a whole. So yeah, it's a rip-off, but not an entire rip-off. Putting that aside, what do I think of A Car's Life? I think it's awful. Perhaps the worst animated film I've ever seen. It's boring, stupid, tedious, and painful to watch. I can't see any artistic merit at all in this unentertaining moronic mess that's a shame to the name of animation. Scenes in this film are dull, pointlessly dragged out, and uneventful. All we're watching is this annoying hyperactive kid be a dumbass as his father tuts at him. That's it. The only real conflict happens at the end of the film, and even that's forgettable because it's so brief and clumsily timed in its pace. Nothing about these scenes stand out or scream something exciting. Even the driving sequences are unenthusiastically mundane. The characters are horrible. Sparky is a pain in the neck. He's bratty, whiny, stupid, obnoxious, and impossible to like. He's meant to be the film's lead, and all attempts to make him come across as charming, quirky, remarkable, or even funny all fail miserably. Sparky's dad is a dull character. Nothing defines him, he's just your typical conservative parent. Speedy, a pink car that joins Sparky on his journey away from his home, is annoying as hell, with her reckless, unfunny idiocy and a high-pitched screechy voice. I don't mind screechy voices usually, if the character is funny, but Speedy is far from funny. She sounds like Fran Drescher with a jackhammer up her backside. While Diesel is strikingly cruel and does an effective job at grooming her victims, she's not very interesting as a character, and she lacks any defining motive that'll add depth to her as a villain. I mean, I can't see what makes her so special when compared to animated antagonists we've seen before in other animations. And she's not got any characteristic personality to make her memorable, she's just mean. That's about it. The animation is terrible, possibly the worst effort I've ever seen put into a cartoon. Sparky's mouth has hardly any expression or movement, and his eyes are emotionless static balls that make him look like Rodney Dangerfield, which is scary! While this kind of works in Rover Dangerfield because Rover's supposed to look like Rodney Dangerfield, it doesn't work here. It's like drawing a child that looks like Marty Feldman. The characters have no personality or fluidity to their animation. It's impossible to interpret these characters' emotions too, and this is a valuable aspect to character animation. In addition, the timing of the animation is pathetically lazy and kills all attempts at visual jokes. The rendering of backgrounds and props are horrendously lazy and rubbish. It's sometimes difficult to identify what a prop is supposed to be. The voice acting, well, these voice performances are stilted, wooden, and suffer from poor direction. The voices are either lifeless, sound uninterested, or rely on shouting instead of actual acting. The film's music is lousy. We either get unenergetic lounge music or clumsy instrumental nonsense. Sometimes the music doesn't even fit the scenes they're playing in, and it can sound ear-achingly out of tune at times. It's like the score was composed by a drunk walrus without a sense of hearing. To conclude, this is a vapid and idle effort for an animated movie that was an unpleasant viewing for me. If Sparkplug Entertainment wants to piggyback on the success of the newest popular box office hit, then fine, but anyone is capable of making something entertaining through hard work and a reliance on their own imagination. We all have a human imagination inside our minds, and there's no excuse to not use it. It's just a matter of developing what your brain gives you into fine polished material. I mean, I could have forgiven this film's rubbish CGI rendering if there was a decent story, good animation, or likable characters. You know, something for me to get emotionally involved in. Animation is a powerful medium that can be used to express or reflect the subjects of politics, education, art, entertainment, music, science, sports, personal journeys, family, relationships, and life itself. I believe there's no limit to what you can create with animation. Sparkplug Entertainment's A Car's Life is a waste of the power of animation. It can't be asked to embrace its medium and seems to think that audiences will lap up anything at all, simply by taking the easy route out through minimal effort. Every animation filmmaker must remember these two things. Number one, no matter who or what age your audience is, you should respect them and give them something worth their time. Number two, you should also respect animation itself, an art form that's been invented for the necessary purpose of being your canvas of creative freedom. Don't be afraid to make something that's never been done before. Even if you have a little budget, your skill and imagination can help you weave something worth sharing with others. If you don't respect your audience, the people watching your movie, and if you don't respect animation, the tool you're using to make your movie, then why are you an animation filmmaker? You obviously need a different career path. I give this film 1 oil-stained star out of 5.